The Earth is burning, both literally and metaphorically. As glaciers melt into the rising seas and wildfires rage across continents, the specter of climate change looms large, threatening the very fabric of life as we know it. This is not a drill, nor a distant threat looming on the horizon. It is the stark reality of our times, a clarion call demanding immediate action and comprehensive solutions. How we respond today will dictate the future of countless generations to come, making the battle against climate change not just necessary, but existential.
The greenhouse effect, a natural phenomenon, is crucial for life on Earth, trapping heat and maintaining the planet's average temperature. However, human activities have amplified this effect, leading to an unprecedented rise in global temperatures. The combustion of fossil fuels, rampant deforestation, and industrial processes have escalated the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, turning a life-sustaining system into a catalyst for climate catastrophe. This part of the essay delves into the scientific mechanics behind the greenhouse effect and how human interventions have shifted its natural balance. We explore the role of carbon dioxide and other significant greenhouse gases like methane in warming the planet. Understanding this scientific basis is fundamental to gracefully grasp the urgency and scale of the measures needed to curb global warming. Climate change is not a new concept in the scientific community, but public and political recognition has lagged behind. The journey from early scientific discoveries of the greenhouse effect in the 19th century to the widespread acknowledgement of global warming as a pressing issue has been slow and fraught with challenges. This section traces the milestones in the evolving understanding of climate science, highlighting key studies, reports, and international summits that have shaped public and policy approaches to this global emergency. The historical perspective provides context to the current climate discourse, emphasizing the growth of awareness and the pivotal moments that have driven the global agenda on climate action. Identifying the primary sources of greenhouse gas emissions is crucial for targeting effective mitigation strategies. This part examines the major sectors responsible for climate change, including energy production, transportation, agriculture, and deforestation. Each sector's contribution to global emissions is analyzed, providing a clear picture of where and how carbon footprints can be significantly reduced. This analysis not only highlights the problem areas, but also sets the stage for discussing potential solutions in subsequent sections of the essay. The focus on contributors also underscores the interconnected nature of global industries and the need for comprehensive strategies that address multiple sources of emissions.
Climate change does not discriminate. It affects every corner of the globe, disrupting natural ecosystems that are vital for biodiversity and human life. This section explores the impacts on forests, oceans, and wildlife, detailing how rising temperatures, changing precipitation patterns, and extreme weather events are altering natural habitats. We discuss the bleaching of coral reefs, the thawing of permafrost, and the loss of biodiversity as species struggle to adapt to rapid environmental changes. The consequences of these ecosystem disruptions are profound, affecting everything from global carbon cycles to human food sources. Understanding these impacts is crucial for developing targeted conservation strategies and reinforcing the intrinsic value of Earth's natural systems. The repercussions of climate change extend far beyond environmental degradation, posing severe risks to public health, safety, and economies. This part of the essay addresses the societal implications, including increased incidence of respiratory and heat-related illnesses, displacement of populations due to rising sea levels and extreme weather, and exacerbated food and water scarcity. We also examine how climate change deepens social inequalities, hitting the poorest communities the hardest despite them contributing the least to global emissions. These societal impacts call for urgent and inclusive action plans that prioritize vulnerable populations and strive for equity in climate adaptation and mitigation efforts. Highlighting these consequences emphasizes the human aspect of climate change, making a compelling case for swift and decisive action to protect not just our environment, but our existence.
Ignoring climate change has a high cost, economically, environmentally, and humanly. This section evaluates the financial impacts of climate change and contrasts them with the investments required for sustainable solutions like renewable energy, green technologies, and resilient infrastructure. We discuss the concept of stranded assets in the fossil fuel industry, the potential for green job creation, and the economic benefits of transitioning to a low-carbon economy. The analysis includes case studies of countries and regions that have witnessed economic growth by embracing sustainability. The economic perspective is vital for understanding that investing in climate action is not just an environmental necessity, but also a smart economic strategy that can lead to long-term prosperity and stability.
Across the globe, innovative and effective strategies are being employed to combat climate change. This part highlights successful international initiatives such as the Paris Agreement, as well as local projects that demonstrate the power of targeted action. We explore examples of urban reforestation, community-driven renewable energy projects, and national policies that have significantly reduced carbon footprints. These success stories provide a roadmap for others to follow, showcasing practical steps and strategies that can make a substantial difference in mitigating climate change. These examples not only inspire, but also show that change is possible with concerted effort and creative thinking. Transitioning to renewable energy sources is a cornerstone of any robust climate strategy. This section delves into the advancements in solar, wind, and hydroelectric power, exploring each technology's potential to replace fossil fuels and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. We discuss the challenges and opportunities associated with scaling up renewable energy, including technological innovations, market trends, and policy frameworks that support a green energy transition. The focus on renewable energy underscores its role as a crucial element in achieving a sustainable future, a future where energy needs are met without compromising the planet's health. Carbon capture and storage (CCS) technologies represent a cutting-edge approach to reducing atmospheric CO2 levels. This part examines the latest advancements in CCS, including direct air capture and bioenergy with carbon capture and storage (BECCS). We assess the feasibility, scalability, and potential impact of these technologies in addressing climate change. While acknowledging the challenges, this section also highlights successful pilot projects and discusses the role of innovation and research in advancing CCS technologies. Exploring CCS is crucial for understanding the comprehensive toolkit needed to tackle global emissions, especially in industries where carbon-free alternatives are not yet viable.
Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. This part focuses on conservation and reforestation as essential strategies for enhancing carbon sequestration. We discuss global efforts to protect existing forests and restore degraded lands, highlighting both the ecological and social benefits of these practices. Case studies of successful reforestation projects and conservation initiatives offer insights into effective strategies and the importance of community involvement. These efforts are critical not only for carbon capture, but also for preserving biodiversity and maintaining ecological balance.
Strong governance and robust policies are pivotal in the global fight against climate change. This section reviews significant international agreements and national policies that have shaped climate action. We discuss the role of governments in enforcing regulations, incentivizing green practices, and fostering international cooperation. The importance of cohesive and inclusive climate policies is emphasized, along with the challenges of achieving global consensus and compliance. Policy and governance are the frameworks within which all other climate actions are implemented, making them crucial for coordinated and effective climate strategies.
Every individual has a role to play in combating climate change. This part explores how personal choices, such as reducing waste, conserving energy, and supporting sustainable businesses, contribute to larger environmental goals. We discuss the impact of collective consumer behaviors and the power of grassroots movements in driving policy changes and raising awareness. Empowering individuals with knowledge and options is essential for building a broad-based movement for climate action that complements top-down approaches.
Despite the urgency, numerous obstacles impede progress in addressing climate change. This section identifies key challenges, including political resistance, economic interests in fossil fuels, and public skepticism. We analyze these barriers and discuss strategies to overcome them, emphasizing the importance of education, transparency, and public engagement. Understanding these challenges is crucial for devising realistic and effective approaches to promote widespread support for and implementation of climate solutions.
Looking ahead, we envision a sustainable and resilient future where global communities have mobilized to confront climate change head-on. This concluding section outlines the steps needed to continue progressing towards this vision, emphasizing innovation, collaboration, and persistent advocacy. We call for a unified global effort, highlighting the role of young people and future generations in shaping a climate-resilient world. The path forward is not just about reducing emissions, but about building a just and sustainable society that values and preserves the natural world for future generations. In closing, the battle against climate change is a collective endeavor that requires unwavering commitment and proactive engagement from all sectors of society.